Okay, everybody. You see that crossover right there? You see how it looks kind of rusty? It's because they just put that on there. And the reason why they just put that on there is because of me. Around a year ago, I was up here rail fanning, and I made a couple of videos explaining how a bolt was loose inside of there, and it also had a crown and a bow in it. Let me put this phone down for a minute. I'm gonna show you guys something. You guys can see me. Okay. This is part of my layout. I haven't been up here in a while. I just started rail fanning up here again. But on my other channel was called Arthur's Old Gauge Lino Trains. Right? I want you guys to check this out. My other channel was Arthur's Old Gauge Lino Trains. I forgot the pin, the code, and all of that stuff, so I can't get into the account. I want you guys to look up the video. Freight rail has a bow in it. One of the screws on one side of the rail is loose. Yeah, let me get a little closer so you guys can hear me. The name of my old YouTube channel was Arthur's, that's my name, Arthur's Old Gauge Lino Trains. I want you to look up the video. Freight rail has a bow in it. One of the screws on side of the rail is loose. You can look up another one of those videos on that channel. Winchester and Western locomotive and CSS passing over loose boat. Another video. Video of boat and loose boat and crossover. They changed that piece of crossover because of me. It's a very dangerous situation. They had freight trains coming across here, Norfolk Southerns, CXS, Winchesters, oil, flammable material coming across that crossover. It had a bow in it and the boat was loose. The crossover was shot. Okay, the crossover was shot. I'm the one that delivered this city in Newark. Because that crossover was messed up, that thing, the train could have came off of there and caused a massive problem. I'm the one that notified the railroad, the Federal Railroad Association. I've talked with it. It's all documented on my video. Arthur's Old Gauge Lino Trains. And I'm explaining everything. It took them 1 year to fix that crossover. And they fixed it. I knew what I was talking about. See for yourself. See for yourself. You see that crossover there? Those boats is rusty because they're brand new. Okay, they replaced it. They replaced it because of me. Look at it. When you go to my channel, Arthur's Old Gauge Lino Trains, you're gonna see me explaining about that same crossover. It's different. It's different from that one right there. Okay, I'm the one that got that, and they had the nerve to tell me they didn't want me up here. Okay, now let's see if any trains is coming down here. Okay, no trains is coming down here. Moreover, hold on, I'm just setting this stuff up on the rocks here. Just give me 1 minute. Explain to you guys. This morning when I woke up out of my bed, I walked across my railroad inside of my living room, right? I tripped on my railroad in my living room and I fell. And I got mirrors in there. I cut my finger real bad, man. Real bad. I called the ambulance. I was outside waiting for them to come and pick me up. They took me over to University Hospital, which is in the city of Newark. They had me waiting down there 3 hours, and they did not stitch my finger for me, man. I begged these people, man, to stitch my finger, man. They had me waiting there 3 hours. I took some bandage, some gauze, I poured some Benadine on there, and I wrapped this thing up myself. I wrapped it myself. They would not help me in that hospital, man. And I'm the one that delivered this city, man, from these freight trains coming across here with flammable material. And I knew I delivered this city because that crossover was bad. If one of the freight trains would have came across there with that flammable stuff in there, it would have been a catastrophe. I'm pissed off this morning because my hand is messed up. I just started coming back up here rail fanning maybe like a week ago to get you guys some good pictures of some freight trains. And I wasn't even paying attention to the last video that they changed this crossover. Now, I located my O-gauge, Arthur's O-gauge Lionel trains. I'm gonna use my tablet and I'm gonna show you me up here showing that this wasn't this crossover, it was the other one that wasn't good, pleading for these guys to fix this crossover. It took them 1 year, man. 1 year to fix this crossover, man. All right. I had to get that off my chest because nobody wants to listen to me. Let me tell you something. I love the Lord Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and there's no respect of persons with God. Black, white, I don't care who you is, man. God loves everybody. Right is right, is wrong is wrong. They treated me like an animal in the hospital, man. I'm gonna show you guys a picture of I almost cut my finger was almost cut off, man. I tripped on my railroad in my house. I got mirrors over there, and I fell, and I cut. Okay, might be a train coming down here. I'm gonna clip this video. Might be a train coming down here, but I want to show you this crossover again, close range, because like I said, I'm going to tack on for my other YouTube channel, Arthur's O-gauge Lionel trains. You take a look at this crossover, and you see that it's different. You see that it's different. You see that it's different. I went to the Amtrak Building Center. That's a block away from where I live. And I explained to these guys about this crossover. They did not want to listen to me. That's in the video too. That's in the video too. We don't have any trains coming down here right now. It's around 5 o'clock, okay? And it's so hot out here today. It is so hot out here. I'm sweating bullets, and I'm hyped up and everything. I'm sweating. I'm getting ready to leave because there's no shade up here. You want to film freight trains up here, you got to come on when when the sun is not at its peak, and it's maybe a cloudy day, because you will get roasted up here with these rocks and stuff like that. It's almost like you're standing on Venus. And I know that it's the planet is full of gas or whatever, you wouldn't be able to stand on there. But anyhow, just look at these boats again. Because I'm going to look at those boats. You're going to see that this is changed. You're going to see inside of there the grooves on the top. It's all changed. It's all changed because of me. And these guys, the Federal Railroad guy told me he didn't want me up there. They need to put me as the inspector of this railroad. He had to put me as an inspector, telling me that they don't want me up here. Okay, I told you I'm going to tack on my other video from my other channel. Remember, it's old gauge trains, Arthur's old gauge lino trains. And I had a lot of videos. I used to be up here videotaping trains. And for maybe like around 3 weeks, I've been calling those guys from the Federal Railroad situation and telling them about that crossover. I went down to the Amtrak building center in which they have crossovers. I'm going to take you guys over there. I'm going to show you. They got all the tracks and everything. It's like going into a Lionel store, okay, to buy a track. They got the crossover and everything. It took these guys 1 year to fix this thing. Had the whole city in jeopardy. Man, watch this. Hold on a minute. Watch this. One of my favorite videos. On my Arthur's old gauge lino trains videos is another Norfolk Southern passes through on layout. That's one of my favorite videos. I filmed the Norfolk Southern coming down here, coming across that crossover when it was broke, man, and the boat was loose. When you hear the sound, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. It was a time bomb waiting to happen, man. The whole town was in jeopardy. Those flammable cars, oil tankers, gas tankers, and all that stuff on top of the Norfolk Southern. Okay, we're not going to see no freight trains today because I'm getting out of here. I'm sweating bullets, okay? But like I said, let me see if something's coming down here. Nah, it's not coming down here, okay? Guys, I'm going to tack those rest of those videos on, man. And I'm going to show you this morning, I'm going to show you the blood in my railroad in my living room. Man, I fell down this morning in on my walking across the tracks on my railroad, man. And my hand hit the mirror, man. I almost cut my finger off, man. Okay. Hey, everybody. This video was from my other YouTube channel, Arthur's Old Gauge Lino Trains. And I'm videotaping the Norfolk Southern on that same area that I was telling you about the train coming over that crossover. You hear that noise? Bow, bow, bow. It's coming over that crossover the boat is missing in there, and it had a boat and a crown in it. You're gonna hear me talking in the video in a moment. And I'm gonna be telling you, this video is a year old. That's the crossover right there. You hear that pounding? That pounding? That's the trucks going across that crossover that needed to be fixed. That they took a year to fix that crossover. I'm going to show you some more videos in a moment. Okay, everybody, this is a video that I made on my other channel, Arthur's Old Gauge Lino Trains, around a year ago, about me explaining about the crossover that needed to be fixed. This was around a year ago. I just want you to listen to me talk. Watch this.
Yeah, I'm down here at the arch at my other layout. We got something coming down here right now. I don't know what it is, but I want to see what it is. Now, yesterday I was at the Amtrak track building center, and I showed you guys a crossover, a brand new crossover. And I told you guys in the video that I was going to go down to the other layout and show you guys a crossover. So now, later on in the day, when I was on my way down to the layout to show you guys a crossover, one of the guys from the railroad called me, because I spoke with a couple of those guys. And he told me some updates have been done on the crossover and things of that nature, but, you know, something about the amount of weight coming down on the crossover. Now, I made a video of the actual crossover. Okay? Now, I didn't want to go over to that layout yesterday, but I did. And I just made a little video. I didn't take any trains coming on there because the dude told me, he said, they don't want me up there filming, which I understand, okay? So, I'm banned from that part of the layout. But just the part of the layout is all right. So, I'm going to post that video of the crossover that's located down there. Crossover. And I want you guys to take a good look at that crossover. Good look at that crossover. And I'll show you at the bottom, it goes like this. The rail, it has the bow on the bottom, and on the top, it has a bow like this. Right? So now, when the train comes across the rail, it goes down and it comes back up. And the whole rail moves down on the piece of wood. It's the same type of wood that we got up there. Same exact wood. You see how wood is split? Like I said, this rail is good. It's nice and level. You don't understand? And I can hear the trains come across there nice and level. Right? So this is cool. But they could put some concrete down on it. So now, I'm going to post that video when I post this video with a couple of these big guys coming through, because we got something coming through down there. Okay? Think I'm driving about the guy that called me yesterday when I was on my way? This is number 201-359-6384. This guy's from the rail. Okay? And I made that video down there at the Amtrak Track Center, and I videotaped that brand new crossover. And I told you guys I want you to make a comparison of a brand new crossover and the crossover that is shot. Well, I went and made a video of the actual crossover. That's it. No trains going on over there. Okay. I'm videoing from my Arthur's old gauge line of trains, trying to explain to these guys that crossover needed to be fixed. Okay? You seen that number on that video? That's me. I called a guy from the railroad, you understand, was explaining to him about that crossover. I'm going to be tagging some more videos on here about that crossover. Okay? And there's just proof that I'm the reason why they changed that crossover down there. Okay, this is another one of my videos where I go to the Amtrak building center. These guys make track for the Amtrak, Northeast Corridor. They got crossovers down there and everything. I'm going down there to try to explain to them about this boat and the crossover that is messed up and it's a dangerous situation. This video is around a year ago. Okay, you see what it says up here? Me trying to explain the situation. Okay, here we go. Morning, everybody. I told you I was coming down here first thing in the morning to speak with these guys that know about tracks, so I could have a conversation with a person that knows about tracks. Tell them about that boat over there. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Is the supervisor here? You see, they don't want to talk to me. And I'm trying to explain to them a serious situation here. He's busy right now. See, he's loading up a rail. When I have a conversation with these guys and show these guys these videos, they're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I was over here last week. These guys was cutting the rail. How you doing, my man? I don't mean to disturb you. Sir. Let's put the rail down over there. Sir, how you doing, man? I don't mean to disturb you. Where's the boss at? Where's the supervisor? See, they don't want to talk to me. And I'm trying to explain to them a serious situation that these guys just fixed. And I knew what I was talking about. Watch, he's coming down now. Watch, let me explain this guy. How you doing, man? I got something very important I got to tell you, man. Something very important, bro. You should come here for a minute. Excuse me, sir.
I'm going to speed this video up because I can't record too much.
Listen, bro, I know I had to put this on camera. I have to tell you something very important, man. Come here, bro. No bullshit. I got to tell you something very important. No bullshit. Come here, man. I can't hear you. I have to tell you something very important, man. It's no bullshit, man. I film trains, man. I film the high-speed rail. I film the freight train. Now, down over there on the freight train, by the crossover, there's a crossover piece there, right? Where the freight train comes through, there's a boat loose in the fucking crossover, man. When the trucks come across this crossover, man, tremendous weight of the freight train is pushing the rail down and the boat is shaking. The rolling stock on there, man, it's 160,000 pounds, man. These containers, it's right over here, man, on Frieght Avenue. I'll let him know. I'm just a contractor. Part of the railroad. Okay, well, where's the supervisor at, man? They're down yonder. What's his name, man? You're not telling me. Know all their names.
Okay. I've been down to that Amtrak Center maybe around 10 times. I'm not jiving around. Do you understand? Trying to explain to these guys about that crossover that they changed. It took a year for them to change. When that old crossover was on there, that was a very, very dangerous situation, man. I'm sorry about this video, how it looks so messed up. Here, let me speed this thing up here a little bit. I'm working with the best that I can do with this. Let me see. Go over here a little bit. These guys don't want to listen to me. And somebody got the credit for that, and I really don't want the credit. That, that they changed the crossover. Those guys got up there and changed the crossover and said, yo, man, that guy was right. That guy was right. And we didn't want to listen to him.
That's old stuff, man. That's 1800 type of stuff, right? That freight, which is right down there, which is walking distance, that comes across here. This is the northeast corner. That freight thing comes across here, right? That freight line, which is more important than this Amtrak line, I would say, because the amount of weight on that freight train, those freight trains, man, look like these Amtrak things look like little lie-down toys, and I'm not jiving.
Okay, let me stop right here. I'm going to make another video. Hey everybody, this is another one of my videos from a year ago explaining the loose bolt and the bow inside that crossover. Every time one of those, the trucks go over that crossover, you're going to hear it go, ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. It's not supposed to be making that noise. You're going to see it. You're going to hear it. Let me turn it on for you guys.
Got it.
You hear that noise? That's going over that crossover that they had on there. And I'm going to show you on my Lionel track what I'm talking about was one of the grooves in there.
Now see for yourself. You see how that thing is going down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts is coming from this way.
Right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That crossover right there.
Right there.
And that boat is loose. He's trying to explain to these guys. Now, if that train would have came off that track with oil, those flammable materials would have blew up the whole city of Newark. Look at that. The boat is shaking. See all that stuff on the top of there? That crossover was no good. Look at that.
That's it. I'm out. I showed you guys. It's the 6th bolt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going down over there. You keep hearing that noise when that thing goes against here. I got my evidence. The shit. They want to listen to me.
Okay. All right. They finally listened to me. Here, I'm going to show you guys. Here. This is my this was my channel. Arthur's Old Gauge Lionel Trains. Okay, all those videos that I show you, you can go onto my old channel and you can see them for yourself more clearer. I'm using a tablet that's broke. I broke this thing by mistake. I sat on it when I was taking it outside using it. But in any event, it's all there. The evidence is all there. You can watch any of those videos I just showed you about the crossover on there. Okay? Here.